Okay, everybody, so let's go ahead and get started with the slides. All right, so I wanted to just kind of go through some SEO basics for you guys. Um, this is SEO for my favorite mom bloggers in Mom Bloggers Tribe and how to get your blog seen in Google and increase traffic to your site. So that's what we're going to be talking about today. So I'm going to introduce myself. Hi, everybody. My name's Tessie Struve, and I blog with Millennial Housewife is my blog. I've been blogging for about 10 months, and my first blog was called Task Mom, and it was kind of just a trial for me, and I don't know how many of you guys have also done kind of a trial blog, but I was just kind of feeling out WordPress, feeling out what it was like to blog, and putting that together. And then I didn't really have a direction for it though, but then I got this great idea for a millennial housewife, and I created it for the new generation of stay-at-home moms because I've been seeing a growing trend of millennial moms wanting to stay at home and raise their kids and become housewives, and I wanted to reinvent the word housewife into a more positive spin. So I created Millennial Housewife to kind of do that, to kind of be there to support this new generation of stay-at-home millennial moms. I basically studied SEO on my own. It was something that my sister-in-law was also starting a business and a small blog at the same time. We kind of worked together on it a little bit. I helped her a little bit with her SEO, and she gave me some tips and I gave her some tips. So it was kind of like a mutual thing, which was really great. So I kind of just was a self-taught, self-studied SEO person. But in January, I really focused hard on bringing my blog, Millennial Housewife, up to #1 spot in Google. So I was able to do that by really focusing some efforts for about a month and being really consistent. And I'll talk to you a little bit more about how I did that. And then it just so happened that a reporter found my blog in Google. He just typed in Millennial Housewife, and my blog was the first thing that came up. And he contacted me, asked if I wanted to be interviewed for a piece on the new generation of millennial housewives. And I said yes. So I was in the New York Post, which was super exciting. So I hope that I can get this down to under 30 minutes because I know we're all moms, I know we're all busy, and we don't have a lot of time to spend on this. So I might talk a little bit quickly, but I want to give you as much value as possible. So you should walk away with this with a more comprehensive understanding of SEO and how to get people to see your blog. And that is the goal for this presentation. So let's get started. So some SEO myths. SEO is hard and complicated. I know that's what I thought when I first went into it. Some other things that I was thinking were there's so much to learn. I don't even know what SEO stands for, which I have to explain it to a lot of people, which is totally fine. Where do you even begin? And how do I make my website stand out? So these are some things that I was talking about.
I need a 12 Band-Aid.
So you might hear my little one coming in there every once in a while, but that's what it's like to be a mommy blogger. So let me see what we're going to cover. So we're going to cover SEO and its definition. We're going to cover why you need SEO, the importance of posting, something we're going to talk about keywords and WordPress, what backlinks are, and how to track your progress. So first thing is, what is SEO? SEO stands for Search Engine Optimization. What it basically is SEO is a marketing discipline focused on growing visibility in organic, non-paid search engine results. So there's a great website, and I'll reference it later, called moz.com. I think I'm saying that right. and they have a lot of great information on SEO. But it's a lot to take in, and it's a lot to read. So I kind of have taken some of the stuff that they've talked about and made it a little bit simpler for you guys today. So basically, how you move your blog up in Google search so people can find you. That's what SEO is. So why do you need SEO? You need it so that people can find you, your blog, and your content quickly and easily. And you want to be the first thing that they find when searching for an answer to their problem. So if somebody types in backyard barbecues and you have a post on backyard barbecues, you want to be the first thing that pops up in Google so that they'll click on you and they'll go to your website. Hopefully they'll like it, and you'll get a lot of traffic from that. So I want to talk about the importance of posting. Basically, Google and SEO want to know that your site is active and providing value. They need to see that you're posting in there consistently and often. So I want you to make sure that you are going in there and posting consistently and often. Now, when I got my blog up to #1, for the month of January, I made it my New Year's resolution for 1 month at least to post every single day. And I did that, and it meant some nights I was up till 1 a.m., and which is not what I'm suggesting for you guys, but I made sure that I was posting every single day in a blog post. And so that really brought up my ranking in Google. And I noticed that it continued to climb and continued to jump up when I was posting every day. You don't have to post every day. I would recommend maybe once a week, and or twice a week, whatever is comfortable for you, but just make sure that you are posting consistently, so that Google knows that your site is being used and is active. So now we're going to talk about some keywords. So keywords are key. And a keyword, or your SEO keywords, are the keywords and phrases in your web content that make it possible for people to find your site via search engines. What that basically means is that when you have a blog post about backyard barbecues is going to be your keyword. And you need to make sure you put that keyword in the title and all throughout your content. So they need to be consistent in each blog post. It can be one word, it could be a phrase, it could just be mom. I recommend maybe being a little bit longer, so you could put something like stay-at-home mom, something like a phrase that you're going to be using consistently in each blog post. But keep it short. You don't want it to be more than 3 or 4 words, and use it a lot. The more the merrier, right? So like I said, make sure it's in your title of your blog post, and then make sure you use it frequently throughout your blog post, because Google is going to latch onto that keyword, and that's going to be when people type in backyard barbecues. If they see that that's in your blog post title and they see that it's throughout your content, Google's going to latch onto that and say, oh, this has a lot of information about backyard barbecues, so we're going to bump up this in the ranking. Now, it might be a little bit difficult to do this. So WordPress has created a plugin called Yoast, and it is my secret weapon. I love Yoast, and I highly, highly, highly recommend installing the Yoast plugin to WordPress, because that's what I use, and I know so many other bloggers that use Yoast for WordPress to help them boost their SEO rankings. So I want to show you what Yoast is. So I'm going to take you through one of my blog posts and show you how to do it. I'm just going to exit here, and I'm just going to close out. So here's my dashboard for my WordPress site for Millennial Housewife. I already have Yoast installed, but if you don't, I'll show you how to do it. So this might look familiar to you guys. So when you scroll down, you want to go to plugins right here, and you want to go to add new. So you click on that. Search plugins right here. You want to type in Yoast, Y-O-A-S-T. And the first one that pops up, Yoast SEO. That's the one that you want. Look at how many people have this and are using it. It's amazing. So go ahead and it'll say install now, and you click on install now, go through the process of installing it. And once you're done with that, I'm going to show you how wonderful it is. So these are my blog posts, and I want to show you what Yoast puts in here. So Yoast will put in these two categories right here for each blog post, your SEO and your readability. If your SEO is good, it's going to be green. And if your readability is good, it's going to be green. If it's orange, it's going to be okay. And if it's this gray color, your focus keyword's not set and you need to do some work on your post. So you want every one of your posts to be green. As you can see here, I would say SEO is more important than readability, and I will talk a little bit more about that in a little bit. I've done it for most of these, but I do have some updating to do for a few of them. But here's one that needs help in both readability and SEO. So I'm going to click on that one. And we're going to go in here and look over here where it says publish. They have these, Yoast puts this in, readability needs improvement, SEO not available. So you want both of those check marks to turn green. So scroll down, and once you install the Yoast plugin, you're going to have this box right here that says Yoast SEO. And I'm going to walk you through this. The snippet preview is how your post is going to be seen in Google. So this is the title, this is your blog, this is the website, and this is a little description of what your blog post is about. Right here is where you're going to enter in that keyword. Remember I was talking about how your keywords are key? So this is where you're going to enter in your focus keyword. And then down here they give you some tips. Here's your analysis. So no focus keyword was set for the page. So I need to put in a focus keyword to turn that green. You also need a meta description, and I'll describe that in a few minutes. And there's some other kind of hints that they give you. Images on this page are missing all attributes. No links appear on this page. Consider adding some as appropriate. So links to like outside sources or to your other blog posts. So here is how much words that your text has, and SEO recommends that you have a minimum of 300 words. And it'll also tell you if your page title is too long, too short. It'll give you a recommendation for that. So the first thing you need to do for this is enter in your focus keyword. So I'm going to I want my focus keyword to be stay-at-home mom. So when somebody types in stay-at-home mom into Google, I want my blog post to come up. So stay-at-home mom. I want you to notice something right here. When I type that in, it says this focus keyword contains a stop word. So they have a little article on it, but it's long and confusing. Basically, a stop word is this, at. It's something that's not consistent, that doesn't make it flow consistently. They might like home mom a little bit better. All right, so they like that one. The key, and once you have one that they like, the keyword density is 1%, which is great. The focus keyword was found 6 times. So you want it, they're looking through your blog post, right here it says that. So Yoast is gonna look through your blog post and it's gonna see how many times you use that keyword. And you want it to be found several times in there. And the focus keyword was also appears in 1 out of 1 subheadings. So that's good. The focus keyword appears in the first paragraph of the copy. You want it to be in the first paragraph of the copy. They really want it to be in there. So the focus keyword appears in the URL for this page as well. So right here, it says home mom. That's the URL. So you want the focus keyword also to be here. So you want it to be in the title, home mom. You want it to be in the URL, home mom, and you want it to be in the meta description. No meta description has been specified, so let's work on that. So your meta description is this description right here that's going to show up in Google. So I'm going to go to Edit Snippet, And here's where you would modify your meta description. So I'm just going to say something like, in this blog post, we explore how important it is to be grateful to be a stay-at-home mom. Now remember, I included that focus keyword in there. They really want that to be included in there. Now, also you have to notice right here that it's not quite long enough. You want to get this green. So I'm going to type a little bit more. So being a stay-at-home mom is a gift. I'll just say something like that. Okay, so now it's green. And you know, this is, you will describe your blog post the way you want to describe it. This is just a very small example. But now that's green, everything's green. Now look right here, my keyword, my SEO has turned green. So let's go down to my description. So majority of these now are green, which means that my SEO checkmark box up here should be green. And that means that my SEO is going to be good for this site. So the SEO title contains a focus keyword, but does not appear at the beginning. Try and move it to the beginning. You can still go through here and make some adjustments on these if you want to. But as long as you have that focus keyword, that meta description, you should be okay. What they want is they want to see that my keyword appears in my first paragraph. Also, something that they like you to have are headings and not too much wording. So let's go to readability and I'll show you that. So my SEO now is good. Let's look at readability. So one of the subheadings is followed by more than the recommended maximum of 300 words. They're very particular about this. You don't have to worry about readability as much, but you know, it is something you can look at. So to put in a heading, you can choose one of these. So right now I have, this is one of my headings, but after it, there's more than 300 words. So what they like me to do is they like me to add in another heading somewhere in here so that I break up the text so that it's not as hard to read, so it's more visually appealing to my audience. So if I add in another heading, you just do one like that, and you could do, I love being a stay-at-home mom, blah, blah, blah. Okay, now let's look. All right, so it liked that, so that helped. Now it's orange. So the text contains 6 instances where 3 or more consecutive sentences start with the same word. Try mixing things up. So then you can play around with it in here. One of the paragraphs contains more than the recommended maximum of 150 words. So I look up here, do I have a really, really long paragraph? It's probably this one. So I can just break that up by just clicking enter. And now look, now it liked that. I just added a heading. I broke up my sentences a little bit to make it into smaller chunks, and now my readability is good. Simple as that. They also kind of look at, you know, they look at your reading score to make sure that the words are easy to read. They look at your transition words. They look at, you know, passive voice. So these are just some things, other things that you can consider while looking at your SEO. So now everything's good, good, good. So you update. And now that's saved. So that's basically Yoast in a nutshell. Super easy to use. It should only take you a few minutes to really go through and update each one of your posts. And then you should be done. So that is as simple as that. And that's why I love Yoast. It's amazing. All right. So let's go back to our presentation and keep going. All right. So we walked through Yoast. Now we're going to talk about backlinks. So a backlink is an incoming hyperlink from one web page to another website. The more backlinks you have pointing back to your site, the more popular it will be. Basically, what a backlink is it's a link to your site from another website. So say that you post on Facebook, hey, check out my new blog post. That's a backlink to your site from Facebook to your website. It's also really important to have backlinks from other sites that are not social media. So from other bloggers' websites, from other, like when I had the backlink from my New York Post, that was huge. That helped out my SEO a ton because it was from a media publication. So let's look at different ways on how to get more of these backlinks, because that shows Google, once again, that your site is important, that people are looking at your site. So here are some different ways to get more backlinks. Collaborate with other bloggers. The Mom Blog Tribe is amazing for this. So talk to other bloggers out there. What I did was I interviewed other bloggers on my site and have them put a link to their interview on my site. So you can go to my website and you could see stay-at-home mom, stay sane as a stay-at-home mom interview with Chelsea Pratt, or whoever it was that I interviewed, or Chelsea Pett, sorry, Chelsea. So you can go ahead and look at that. What I did was I interviewed her for my website. I put a link to her blog on my site, and she put a link to my blog on her site and said, hey, look, I just did this interview on Millennial Housewife. Everybody go check it out. That's a huge, great way to get some backlinks back to your site. Another way is to guest post. A lot of people in the Mom Bloggers Tribe are looking for guest posters. So go on to somebody else's blog, write a blog post for them, and have them link back to your site. Another way is to join a roundup post. We've seen those a lot. I've seen a lot of people posting about those. So, hey, I'm doing a blog post about the best summer vacations. And I'm looking for people to, who have blog posts about the best summer vacations. So they'll post on their website a blog post saying, hey, check out Millennial Housewife. She has a great article on summer vacations. And they'll do a list of like 10 different blog posts about that one same topic, and they'll link back to your website. Another way to do it is pitch the media. It's kind of tricky to do, and I'm actually learning a little bit more about this right now. But you can always go to Huffington Post and email an editor, or if there's like Scary Mommy is another great one, or Pop Sugar Moms, and pitch to, write a blog post or write some sort of article, pitch it to the editors there. You should be able to find the editors' email addresses on the website. And like I said, I'm learning a little bit more about this right now. So I can always fill you guys in once I know a little bit more about it. But that would be great if you guys could get on Huffington Post, if you can get on Pop Sugar Moms and get a link back to your website. Huge. Get interviewed on another blog or podcast. So like do the reverse of what I did. I interviewed people for mine, go out there and see if anyone's interviewing on their websites or for their blogs or their podcasts. That would be huge to get a backlink. And also just make sure you're internally linking back to your site. So on your blog post, say, check out my other blog post on summer vacations. Check out my other blog post on, summer barbecues, whatever it is you're writing about. So internally link back to your site as well. And don't forget, social media is also a great way to get backlinks. So make sure when you post a new blog post, put it on Pinterest, put it on Twitter, put it on Instagram, put it on Facebook, all of those key ones. All right, so the last thing we're going to talk about now is tracking your progress. And I hope you guys all have Google Analytics, but if you don't, you should definitely go and download it. So here's a link to Google Analytics. I could do a whole nother full presentation on Google Analytics because it's kind of complicated. But you want to sign up, and they give you a code, and you install the code into your header or footer so that it tracks your traffic through Google. So they track where your traffic's coming from. Is it coming from social media? Is it coming from other blog posts? Is it coming from Google? It'll track how many people are going to your website, what web pages they're looking at. It's huge to be able to see where you're at. So I've included a link here to a great web article on how to install Google Analytics. And I think it also has a video because I'm more of a visual person with videos. So go to this right here, go to this web page here, and you can watch on how to install Google Analytics for you. And also, if you have any other questions about anything I talked about here, feel free to send me a message on Facebook. My Facebook page is Tessie Struve /Millennial Housewife, so you'll see that one. Or you can email me at hello@millennialmomcoaching.com if you would like additional help with Google Analytics or anything that I talked about here. And just a quick side note, the reason it's Millennial Mom Coaching is I've just started a new Millennial Mom Coaching business where I help overwhelmed millennial moms kind of find the joy and magic in motherhood again. So that's just my my other kind of side hustle that I'm doing in addition to my blog right now. So that's a good place to email me if you have any other questions. Okay, so that's it. Those are the basics. I've included some additional resources as well. So if you want to go through and check out these websites, they have a lot of information on SEO and a lot of information on Google Analytics. The big ones I would say to check out are Neil Patel has a lot of information on SEO, and Moz.com. Those two will give you so much information, it'll make your head spin. But if you really, really, really want to go a lot more in depth than what I talked about now, these are good websites to check out. All right. But wait, there's more. I know you guys are super busy. I don't want to take up too much more of your time, but I had to do this for you guys. So I don't normally do this, but I love you guys so much that I'm offering my services to you to help you get your SEO off the ground, because I know how difficult it is. It's not an easy thing to do. It's very time consuming, and as moms, we do not have a lot of time. And if you have, 100 blog posts, it's going to take a lot of time to go back and go through all of them and update the Yoast and update your SEO for all of them. So what I'm offering you guys today, and like I said, this isn't normally what I do, but I'm happy to help you guys because you guys are awesome. But I'm going to personally optimize your top 15 posts for SEO. So I will go through and I will update your top 15 posts with Yoast, with readability. I'll make sure everything looks good in there. I'm also going to make sure that those posts are shared on social media to help add those backlinks to your site. So if you haven't gone through and posted all of them in social media, I'll go through your accounts and post them on social media for you. Also, if you haven't installed Yoast yet, I'll do it for you because it's a little bit tricky, but I'm happy to do that. And another bonus is I'm going to install Google Analytics for you on your site as well, because that HTML code thing can be a little bit complicated. So if you haven't done Yoast, if you haven't done Google Analytics, I'm happy to go through your site, install both of those for you. I'm going to personally go through and make sure your top 15 posts are optimized for SEO and make sure everything is backlinked on social media for those 15 posts. So normally these services cost hundreds or thousands of dollars. I know because I was actually looking into starting my own SEO business, and I was amazed at what people charge for these things. But what's funny is they only tell you what to do and they don't do the work for you. So these people who are SEO experts out there, they go through your site and they say, you need to fix this, you need to fix this, you need to fix this, you need to fix this. And then that's it. Then they leave you in the lurch. And you're supposed to have your web designer do it for you. But I don't have a web designer, and I know a lot of mom bloggers don't have web designers, so now you have to do it yourself. And you know what? I think that's kind of lame, because who has time to do all of that? And I don't believe in that. So So I'm offering you my SEO Jumpstart Kit. So I'm doing this for you. And I wanted it to be at a price that anybody could afford. So I'm doing it for $97. I want to make sure that you guys are jump started in your SEO, that your blog posts are going to be working their way up in the ranking, and that your blog, your site, is going to be working its way up in the ranking. And you have one option. You can do it yourself, which is what I did, totally possible. Or you can let me help you and let me get you off the ground with your SEO. So again, I wanted to show you what you get. I'm going to personally optimize your top 15 posts for SEO. I'm going to make sure all those posts are shared on social media to help add backlinks to your site. And I'm going to install Yoast for you, and I'm going to install Google Analytics for you on your site and make sure everything's up and running, make sure everything's working, and really get you off the ground with your SEO. So I know that with this Jumpstart Kit, your SEO is going to be significantly more visible in Google search. I will make sure that I'm getting your site more optimized for SEO and higher up in that Google search. And I'm going to guarantee that. And if for some reason you haven't bumped up in the rankings after this, then I will continue to do it until you are bumped up in the rankings. That's how confident I am that this will work. So if you want to book your SEO Jumpstart Kit, just go to my millennialmomcoaching.com/SEO Jumpstart. All right, and you can go ahead and book that there. So that's millennialmomcoaching.com/SEO Jumpstart. And I want to help you guys out because I love you guys and you guys are amazing and you guys showed me so much support, and I want to show you guys some support too. So thank you so much for watching my presentation. You guys are absolutely amazing. I love you guys, and thank you so much for all your support in the Mom Bloggers Tribe. And I hope that this has really helped you understand SEO a little bit better and understand how to get your website bumped up in Google search. And if you want me to help you, I am going to go ahead and put up that the Jumpstart Kit again. So here's how you can book it. All right. So once again, if you want me to help you a little bit, go ahead and go to millennialmomcoaching.com/SEO Jumpstart. If you have any questions about anything I talked about here, please feel free to PM me in Facebook, or you can send an email to hello@millennialmomcoaching.com. Thank you guys so much. Take care.